like an angel. Walk like an angel. Talk like an angel. But I got...
Some stories were never meant to be found. This is where we uncover crimes, disappearances, and the creepiest mysteries hidden online.
Ged Code Diaries.
Dark Side. Some crimes leave investigators searching for answers. Others leave families shattered. But every once in a while, a case emerges that raises a far more disturbing question. What happens when the danger comes from within the home? This is the story of Isabella Guzman, a young woman whose name became known across the internet after a shocking crime that stunned the nation. A case involving mental illness, family conflict, and a tragedy that forever changed multiple lives. In 2013, Isabella Guzman was 18 years old and living with her family in the city of Aurora. From the outside, the family appeared ordinary, but behind closed doors, tensions had reportedly been building for years. According to court records and family statements, Isabella's relationship with her mother, Yolanda Guzman, had become increasingly strained.
She came downstairs where I was sleeping, and she said, "I feel very uncomfortable with Isabella in the house." She said that Isabella had threatened her or cursed at her, and spit in her face.
Family members later described alarming behavioral changes. There were reports of paranoia, aggressive outbursts, and signs that Isabella was becoming disconnected from reality. At the time, however, no one could have imagined how the situation would end. Months before the crime, relatives reportedly became concerned about Isabella's mental state. Her behavior had become unpredictable. She sometimes appeared convinced that people were against her. According to testimony presented later in court, she experienced delusions and distorted beliefs that made everyday interactions difficult. One particularly troubling incident involved online activity. Investigators would later discover bizarre and disturbing messages and videos associated with Isabella. Some contained rambling statements that appeared disconnected from reality. Others suggested deep emotional instability. Family members attempted to manage the situation, but the tension inside the household continued to grow. The morning of August 28th began like any other. But inside the Guzman home, events were unfolding that would soon attract national attention. According to investigators, an argument had occurred involving Isabella and her mother. At some point, Yolanda Guzman went into a bathroom inside the house. What happened next would become the center of the investigation.
But at that time, I looked at my wife's eyes, and I knew that she must not have made it. I just couldn't believe that it had happened like that. Isabella was in a rage like I've never seen before.
What do you mean?
Well, I could just hear her just pummeling my wife. I thought she was just hitting her with her fists.
Okay, so that thumping sound you were hearing.
I thought, was you mean maybe hitting against the wall,
okay,
and Isabella just pounding her with her fists?
Okay.
So that's what I originally thought it was, and that's when I called 911.
Authorities later determined that Isabella attacked her mother with a knife. The assault was extremely violent. By the time it was over, Yolanda had suffered numerous stab wounds and could not be saved. The attack shocked even experienced investigators because of its intensity. After the attack, family members realized something terrible had happened. Emergency services were contacted. Police officers rushed to the scene. When they arrived, they found evidence of a violent struggle. Isabella Guzman had died from her injuries. Meanwhile, Isabella had fled the home. A manhunt quickly began. Law enforcement agencies across the area were alerted. An 18-year-old murder suspect was now on the run. News of the killing spread rapidly throughout Colorado. Authorities released Isabella's photograph and asked the public for help locating her. The search did not last long. Later that same day, police located Isabella near a shopping center in Aurora. Officers approached carefully. What happened next became one of the most widely viewed moments associated with the case. Video footage captured Isabella's arrest. She appeared calm, almost emotionless. While officers took her into custody, observers noted her unusual facial expressions and behavior. The video quickly spread online. For many people watching, it seemed as though she did not fully understand the seriousness of the situation. As detectives examined further, they began examining Isabella's mental health history. What they discovered changed the direction of the case entirely. Psychological evaluations revealed evidence of severe mental illness. Experts interviewed Isabella and reviewed her behavior. According to court findings, she suffered from schizophrenia.
Not murder anyone.
How does
Please
that
stop
feel?
accusing me of this.
Just tell me how that feels.
Please fingerprint me. Please fingerprint me. Please fingerprint me. I will show you that I am not this freaky, horrible person. I want to meet my boyfriend. He's probably worried about me.
You aren't going to meet anybody.
I wish you could help us just make sense, that's all.
Schizophrenia is a serious psychiatric disorder that can affect a person's perception of reality. Individuals may experience hallucinations, delusions, disorganized thinking, and difficulty distinguishing reality from imagined beliefs. Mental health professionals concluded that Isabella's condition had significantly affected her actions and understanding at the time of the crime. As the case moved toward trial, one major question emerged. Was Isabella Guzman criminally responsible for her actions? The prosecution presented evidence regarding the killing, but mental health evaluations became the focus of the proceedings. Multiple experts examined Isabella. Their findings consistently pointed toward severe psychosis and schizophrenia. The defense argued that she was legally insane when the crime occurred, meaning she could not fully understand the nature or wrongfulness of her actions. The court reviewed extensive psychiatric evidence, witness testimony, and expert evaluations. Then came the decision. In 2014, the court ruled that Isabella Guzman was not guilty by reason of insanity. This verdict often creates confusion. It does not mean the person is innocent, and it does not mean they are simply released. Instead, the court determined that Isabella committed the act, but was suffering from such severe mental illness that she could not be held criminally responsible in the same way as a mentally healthy defendant. As a result, she was committed to a psychiatric institution for treatment and supervision. Following the ruling, Isabella remained within Colorado's mental health system. Years passed. Doctors monitored her condition. She received treatment and psychiatric care. Over time, reports indicated improvement in her mental state. The case periodically resurfaced online, especially because of the viral arrest footage. Many people who encountered the video knew little about the actual case. Instead, they focused on the unusual expressions she displayed during her arrest. but mental health experts often point out that those moments may have reflected a person experiencing severe psychiatric symptoms rather than simple indifference. The Isabella Guzman case continues to generate discussion today. Some view it primarily as a murder case. Others see it as a tragedy shaped by untreated or severe mental illness. The case raises difficult questions. How should society respond when mental illness contributes to violent crime? Could warning signs have been recognized earlier? Could intervention have changed the outcome? There are no easy answers, only the undeniable reality that one family was destroyed forever. The story of Isabella Guzman is not a story about a monster, nor is it a story with simple heroes and villains. It is a story about mental illness, family conflict, and a tragedy that unfolded behind the walls of an ordinary home. A mother lost her life, a daughter lost her future, and a case that began with a family argument became one of the most discussed true crime stories on the internet. Because sometimes the most disturbing cases are not the ones involving strangers. They're the ones that happen within a family, where the warning signs are visible only after it's too late.
I was not myself when I did that. Abused at home by my family for many years. My parents are Jehovah's Witnesses. And I left the religion when I was 14, and the abuse at home worsened after I quit. The fight with my mom was terrible, and I was injured in the process. I have the scars on my hands. I don't know if you can see or not. I'm not mentally ill anymore. I'm not a danger to myself or others. He asked me if I wanted to go in there and look through to get some clothing, so I did. The other patient left, and he went in there and shut the door behind him. I was afraid that if I didn't do what he wanted, that he could ruin my life. It was so hard on me emotionally and mentally. It made me feel like I wanted to give up. If I could change it or if I could take it back, I would.